The answer is yes. And that's not us expecting too much and getting let down. It's Triple H and the first PLE on ESPN making us believe something big was going to happen to kick off this new era, and prices going up, so there should be something, equal the price you're paying. But there's also some good in this show. Not much, but some. First, let's talk about Cena and Brock. And man, where do I begin? John Cena comes out with loads of kids, which should have been a sign as we saw last time he came out with kids. He lost, remember, Austin Theory, WrestleMania? Yeah. Brock's entrance was basic, so not worth mentioning. However, he gets Paul Heyman to introduce him, and that was good, not gonna lie. And during Paul's introduction to Brock, I noticed he mentioned his MMA accomplishments, which I know was over ESPN, but it made me feel in the moment, this is going to be a squash match, to show the legitness of Brock, even though we all know it's Brock Lesnar. And it was during John Cena's retirement tour. He has 5 dates left, which means one of those dates we're going to have to run back John Cena against Brock Lesnar. What a waste.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Enough of Cena and Brock. Let's talk about the Usos and Browns with LA Knight as a special guest referee. Who should have been announced on the Raw before Wrestlepalooza, or even a week before that, so we can actually build. It doesn't matter. Here we go. They did on the kickoff show, so if you missed that, yeah, tough. Anyway, the match started off good, and then it didn't, cause it was just like, I don't know, man. Everyone feels sluggish, and like, Braun. Usually he's like on top of his game, but man, that Frankensteiner was just, I don't know. And then like they did like the Jey Uso hit him with like the chair, and it bounced back and hit him right in the head, split him open, and there's blood like coming out of him anyways. And you could hear LA Knight like audibly say out loud, "Go for the spear" to like Braun. So you could, like, I don't know, man, you could hear it, but obviously it was in his ear. They obviously told him in the back like, "Hey, look, we gotta end this right now. The man's not right." And then like you could hear Jey Uso as well. He's like, "Spear me." So they hit him with spear, 1, 2, 3, it's over. But there's one thing I want to take away from the match, and it wasn't done on purpose, obviously, because gravity. Um, was the table while Jimmy was in the corner selling, the table was like slowly coming down on top of him as the 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, that's the only thing I can really talk about the match. Now for the saving grace of the night, Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. And let me tell you, man, this stole the show. This was so good. I kind of knew that coming into it because it's, Stephanie Vaquer, it's Io Sky. Come on now. And like, I feel like it's one of the best matches of the year. And like, honestly, like, they picked the right winner, and I'm really surprised they actually paid Stephanie that early. Because like, I thought it would be building and it'd be like put on Io Sky again, and then like Stephanie could win it just say at WrestleMania or just something. Cause they usually do those moments at big shows, whatever. And no, they didn't. They actually just pulled the plug then and there, and they're like, "Yep, she's a new champion," which is great. Something new. We haven't seen this. I suppose NXT and all their other places she's been before, but like WWE setting. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. And like the ending, man, I don't even know what the move's called, but like she's on top the rope and she does that like flippy thing. Oh, it was really cool. It was really good. It was a really good match. There was no interferences, which I really thought there would be by the Kabuki Warriors. But yeah, all around a solid match. Honestly, I feel like you can watch this one again. I think I will at some point. But yeah. The next match, I really liked this match. It was CM Punk, AJ Lee against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. And man, it was a good. I liked the entrances. I liked that the both couples were wearing the same colors. The moves were great. The match was good. The one thing I didn't like though was the hot tag for AJ Lee. Man, that felt like it was going on for ages. It was like 5 attempts or something like that. But eventually, once she tagged in, the match like picked up again. I did enjoy the spot where they're like on the announce table where CM Punk has Seth Rollins for the GTS, and like they're on the other, I think they're on the Spanish announce table. Becky pushes AJ Lee into CM Punk to spear CM Punk and causing Seth Rollins to also fall over. So it's like a big carnage. It's like a car crash, man. Becky Lynch pulls AJ Lee into the ring to hit her with a manhandle slam, and then like AJ Lee counters it, turns into the Black Widow, and like she taps out. It was great. It obviously sets up Becky versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship. And we also know that like Seth and Punk are gonna keep feuding, and I hope it's better than what we were getting so far. Because man, it's been so shit. Not gonna lie. But yeah, this match was really good, honestly. Like, this is like the second match I actually really enjoyed out of the five we got. Finally, the main event: Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. And man, it was good, okay, but it wasn't main event worthy. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, it felt weird because like Cody, I feel like was selling that he was like, he got baited up by Drew the night before on SmackDown. So I kind of get it, but it felt really weird. It felt like he was just out of it the whole time until like the very end. There was a spot where they stopped Drew from like Claymore and Cody into the announce table because he did a couple of weeks ago and he was out for a couple of weeks over. But earlier before that, Drew hit Cody with like an Alabama slam onto the steel steps, which I feel like would have been much worse. And they allowed that, but they didn't allow it. I don't know, man. It was very confusing. And then he doesn't do it in time. He goes for the Claymore then, and like Cody moves, and you could see Drew like screaming in pain with his leg. I don't know, man. I think he's just selling. Hopefully, I feel like he is because he continued the match normally and shit. But man, and especially like he goes in, he hits the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And you see the pyro go off, and you're like, where's the surprise? Triple H said there's going to be a like surprise. It's going to be a big show, and you see the credits, and that's it. The Netflix logo pops up, and you're just there like, what a disappointment. Especially the first episode of ESPN. Like, I don't know, man. I'm glad I don't live in America because I don't have to pay for this. It comes on my Netflix, so like, but like, damn, you're paying 30 a month for that, you know. But like overall, the show, I give it a 6 out of 10. To be honest, honestly, like the only two saving graces was the tag match and Stephanie and Io Sky. Other than that, like it was shit. It was like watching Raw, and also there was a lot of ads. And I know there's ads on PLEs, but usually those ads show you like other stuff happening in WWE. These ones were like SmackDown and Raw ads. Well, no, SmackDown mainly, where it'd have like a song looping, and you just see the counter. And I'm like, damn, people are paying $30 a month for this. So yeah, no Rock as well, which I knew, and I'm glad, because if he showed up, he wouldn't come back. And if he did come back, it'd be a year later, and he'd be talking how great Cody is. Let me know what you thought of Wrestlepalooza. Was I too harsh? Or was I right?